Okay, how I look at my formative assessment, I actually don't do much, but this is something that I installed last spring, and I tried it just a couple of times and plan on incorporating this for next year. And so what I did is I created a Google form with questions that were just question 1, question 2, question 3. I asked them for their name in the Google form to help organize my my responses, and then automatically collected their responses with email, with their school district email, so that I could reply to them if I needed to. I left the question 1 here. Well, it's kind of out of order. In question 2, question 3, I had 5 questions, and I left them vague because I wanted this information to be collected in a spreadsheet accumulatively through the quarter, so I could search them by name, look at the questions that I asked the kids daily, so that I could also use it as a part of my participation points. So I knew whether or not students were there and whether or not they were participating in this assessment piece in my class. So this is what the form looks like. Again, I didn't realize this until now, that the last name, and then it went to question 1 and then first name. So I would go last name and first name, and then question 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe there's a 5th question down here. Yeah. Okay, and then what it would do is it would collect. This is 1 question for 1 class, and so my responses went into North Notes, which is one of my groups, and 1 question was regarding how long a half note is. Everybody got that. The question 2 was regarding a particular pitch, which was the key of C, key signature. Question 3 regarded another key signature, and as you see, a couple of students got this answer wrong. They answered D flat and F flat and F sharp. And so what I did then is I quick emailed them, because their email addresses are over here, and then I said, hey, you might want to look at your key signature questions. The answer that you had given was incorrect, and you might want to pay attention to that to make sure that you get that. And then I also know now in class, when I'm asking questions, I can direct it directly to these kids, and hope that just knowing that as an instructor, that helps me be a better teacher to those students. Question 4 looked like my student Stanzi missed this. Instead of tempo, she answered rhythm, and she spelled it wrong. And everybody understood pretty much dynamics, except for here we talked about volume, but really it's actually the same thing. So volume and dynamics are synonymous in my class, so I don't have to really worry about connecting with that kid. So that's 1 question. And then what I did is I created a haiku deck, and I created my 5 questions. So this is what the kids see on the smartboard every day. And so, for instance, this, what you just saw, was this stack of questions. How many beats, what the key signature is in these instances, what does the term mean when you talk about how fast and slow a song is played, which was the answer dynamics, and then what is the term that describes how loud and soft, that is, excuse me, this is tempo and this is dynamics. Then what I would do is, say if I had specific questions about specific songs, we had a piece called As the Sun Opens the Flower. I asked them specifically about the piece, so they have to go in and tell me what key signature is and measure 1. What is the dynamic in 33? How long is a note measure 32? So it decomposes the pieces individually. This is called Route 66, this piece. I found a fun graphic that I could add to that, and then I asked them specific questions about that piece. So I thought that was kind of fun a fun way for me to get personal with those specific pieces, and then also gauge whether or not they know the answers to the questions. And then at the end of the quarter, I can look up whether or not they participated in filling out these questions in general, and then how accurate they were. And I know that I could go deeper, and I could color code them as well. So that is what I did with my assessment piece with this.